I've been getting in a lot of discussions with a lot of people lately that are calling the people that are continuously bringing up issues and continuously stating why they have problems with this presidency, calling them babies, calling them whiny crybabies, stop complaining, stop whining. Do not listen to any of them. Whine, complain, bitch, scream, yell until you physically can't do it anymore. Because that is the first step to creating actual change. You have to complain. You have to then find like-minded complainers. Then you have to organize these complainers, and you can mobilize these complainers to make an actual change. Do not let anybody tell you to stop talking about this. If you need to vent, fucking vent. If you need to complain, fucking complain, because that's the only option we have right now. This shit is done. Trump will be the president come January. Complain. Don't just sit back and say, well, guys, it is what it is. It's cool. We'll make it. We gonna be all right. Don't fucking send me no more motherfucking Kendrick lyrics.
You ready to do this, Ken?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a little better today.
Is it?
I feel like I'm not as mad at, or not even, I don't even know if mad is the word.
I don't even know if I'm upset.
I don't even know if mad is the word. It was just like the shock.
It's gone.
It's not as shocked. Like I really was just like dead face.
Recording?
When you
I'm
called
recording right now.
Yeah.
I really was like dead face.
Yeah, when you called me,
For
yeah,
a good-
that's when it was just like, what the?
Yeah, it was a revelation for
This
sure.
dude called me like, what time was that?
Nah, it's the funny thing. All right, real quick. You guys are watching Dead and Hip Hop. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on all the socials. If you're digging the video, become a patron. Today is Thursday, November 10th, and on November 8th, Trump was elected president. And much to the shock and dismay of a lot of people in the world, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, I got nervous when I texted y'all, because when I saw he was winning, and I was like, oh, I think this shit about to happen.
And the swing wasn't close.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous at that point, but I think I was telling Mike this in the car on the way here, because they had never counted California yet, and that's 55 electorals right there off top. So I was like, okay, well, they haven't tallied those up. So when they tally those up, she'll actually be in the lead. But
I get all them other states though, man.
At that point, he had one Pennsylvania.
Nah, Pennsylvania
he
was
didn't
still
win.
playing.
It wasn't even.
It was just
Florida.
everything was starting to play out,
Yeah.
and just the way it was playing out. When I was just looking at it and listening,
you was watching CNN or
CNN,
okay, yeah.
which
They had the best coverage because they can go into the actual.
but they
county
just it
themselves.
became very repetitive.
Of course,
after a while.
Of course, but I tuned them out. Like you know, I was looking to see where people were voting, how many votes were in those counties, and really who was gonna win. And I thought it was real interesting when you looked at the map where all of these well, not major cities, but in all of these states, in the major cities, everybody voted Hillary. It was in that state, the surrounding areas outside of the major cities, the rural areas that was
Just
Trump.
like here. Just like here,
exactly.
Yeah.
Just like here, Atlanta voted for Hillary, but Georgia voted for Trump. So I thought that was real interesting. But my take on the whole thing was, I really wasn't surprised, and that's the reason why I didn't text you guys. I didn't expect them to win. Now I'm gonna put that out there. I was like, oh yeah, Trump's. I really thought Hillary was gonna win, but I was not surprised. Like, for this man to do everything that he's done on his way to the presidency and it not slow him down.
Some.
I was when you were the only one left. When you're doing all of that crazy stuff in your party and you're party bashing and you're going against the people in your crew, that's different. Because he made a mockery of the Republican Party up to that point.
But they started changing their tune though after he was actually elected.
There were a couple big names that were still like, no, we're not fucking with this guy.
I think most of them was just like, yeah, you know, because that
They
I saw
became
the
silent. They may have said things here or there, but most of them, for the most part,
Yeah.
went silent.
Because they didn't really have a choice at that point.
Yeah.
It was like, well, what else are we gonna do?
Exactly. For the Republicans, obviously, it was the best candidate because he's the most popular, and I think it just shows that. Why you gave that look?
He's not the best.
Popular makes him the best.
No. I meant for them to win. Because I don't think they had anybody else on that Republican ticket that was going to win against Hillary.
I don't even think they thought he was gonna win.
Right. I know, but my point is, I know they didn't think that, but because he was gonna be so popular, his popularity is what won him this election. Every time he went negative, he got more popular. Okay,
I know what Ralph is saying.
I
Every time he
get where he's going with it. I just disagree with that's why he won the election. He was a voice for the white people that don't have a voice. If you think about it, you have the middle class, you have the upper class, you have the lower class, right? How often are they represented in the media like that?
But that's kind of what he's saying. He got popular because of the shit that he was saying. If Trump came out and wasn't talking about building a wall, wasn't talking about Muslims doing this and that, wasn't
Talking about getting
yapping
bubble care.
about ISIS,
Okay.
he wouldn't have been as popular.
Okay, I got you,
That's
I got
what
you,
he's saying.
I got you,
That's
I
what
got
he's saying.
you.
I
But
think
you gotta, you gotta look at it like this. When he first announced that he was going to run for president, the first thing he said was, "We need to get we need to get rid of the bad Mexicans."
every time he became more and more controversial, his popularity soared.
numbers soared up,
The numbers
Anti-establishment.
Exactly. So that's why I was not surprised. Not what I wanted, obviously.
You weren't surprised that he won?
I was
surprised.
I was in disbelief. I
Yeah, I was
texted
like-
Rod that morning, and as soon as I got in the car, turned the ignition, started to pull out, I called you because I needed to talk to somebody. I knew his ass was up.
You found out that morning? Or did
Yeah,
you
because I
stay
went.
out?
Oh yeah, I didn't stay up. No, I was like, I gotta get up early, so I went to bed. So I went to bed thinking like, you know what?
So when you found out, like you found out through the TV, you saw the social media.
No, I found out through group me text messages from Meech and all them. And when I saw it was like 50 of messages,
You already knew what happened. You already
yeah,
knew what happened.
I already knew. And so when I opened it up, like literally, I opened it up and I started reading the messages and I started replying back, and I was like, like literally like 5 minutes later, that's when Ken called me. I'm like, dog, this shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, dog, I'm really waking up this morning to hear this, and Ken got in Ken mode at that point. I said like about 5 words, and Ken got,
Man, I
Ken
think
got in Ken mode. Huh?
seeing it on TV though, like it
No,
come
I didn't-
across the screen.
I didn't see it. I mean, yeah.
Dog, like I said, I was talking to mine. I mean, that shit gave me heart palpitations, dog. I was just like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Like this man is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said this man has did all of this negative, saying all this stuff about disrespecting the women, minorities, just everything, and this man is in office.
Of course.
that is
Well, not
cra-
of course.
I know what
but
you're
yeah.
saying. Look what it
Of
represents.
course, you're
Yeah,
right.
Look
Of course,
Look what
stick
it
with
represents.
it.
Yeah.
Of course, look at the fucking climate that we're in right now.
Yep.
I was telling Rod on the way over here, I was like, I'm not watching this because I was like, Hillary's gonna win. I don't like Hillary. I mean,
But
I don't
Neither do
know.
I.
But you didn't think.
I doubt that many people in this
Yeah.
room do. I don't like Hillary, but I fucking hate Donald Trump. And I was like, he's not gonna win. There's no point in me watching this. I'll wake up tomorrow.
Right.
We'll have a president that I'm not stoked on, but I can tolerate
She's
for 4
qualified.
years. I'll deal with it. And then my girlfriend texted me, "Can you believe this?" I'm like, "Believe what? Can you believe these numbers?" What numbers? Because I stayed on Facebook, I stayed on
Yeah,
Twitter,
yeah,
all that. 'Cause
yeah.
I didn't want to argue with
Yeah.
nobody. Because y'all know how I am. When I get mad, I get so I was like, I'm not even doing this. But she said it, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And then y'all text me. I don't know who it was. Someone was
Kim.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Can you believe this motherfucker's really about to win? I was just like,
You say
okay.
he's winning. You
Or
say
he's winning.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, there's no way. And I get online, and I see the numbers, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? There's no way. I was up until 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Yeah, dude, I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning, and most of it was because I'm not gonna lie, dog, I got fucking pissed, and it wasn't some like crybaby, you didn't get your way. No, it wasn't that. It was really a situation where I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm not afraid of Trump and his policies because he can't pass all the dumb shit.
Right. He's not
He's
a
talking about.
one-man
He's not going
show.
to build. He can't build a wall. He's not going to put Muslims in internment camps. I was more so bugging out about the climate that he's about to create. It wasn't him that was tripping
Right.
out. It's his fucking followers.
See, this is another reason why I wasn't surprised. So a couple weeks ago, met up with my mom. going down out there in Cobb and Atlanta. I live inside of 285. For everybody that don't know, that's like that's
Metro.
Atlanta.
Metro.
That's Metro Atlanta. My parents live way out in the suburbs, and I was out there, and the route I was taking, Trump Pence.
Yeah. You remember I sent y'all a text one day when I had to go to that job. I had a client. And I was like, yo, y'all pray for me. Because everywhere I turned, I saw Trump Pence. Because I was like, wow, it's really motherfuckers out here. That's when it hit me. Reality hit me like
we live in a red state.
Like,
so when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. So it's really real out here.
Yeah.
The other night, my brother came over for a haircut. And while we was talking and everything, he was saying out the same route that I took, that a couple of days just before the election and everything, that there was a rally out there. I'm talking about they had floats and everything for Donald Trump. I'm talking about hundreds of people rallying for Donald Trump out there. So when he said that, he was like, that's why he wasn't surprised either. Because Donald Trump's foundation, the people that was really coming out for him, it was serious.
The rallies were real. Like a lot of people didn't know, like the rallies were real.
They were really real.
No, I mean, we knew that,
Yeah.
but it was still a situation where we put too much faith in the American people. And I know you're gonna get offended, you Trump supporters that watch our channel, and just like I said on Twitter, frankly, I don't give a fuck. I put too much faith in the common sense of American people. And again, it's not that I thought Hillary was this amazing person. I don't. But I never thought you guys would fucking elect a meme to our presidency. You elected a fucking reality TV star with zero experience to lead the country. And the fact that there's this many people that think that this was a good idea, even if he didn't fucking win, because he never should have got this far, and the vote should have never been this close. So I don't really even know what to say about this. I feel like I got it all out on Twitter already. I'm trying to stop being pissed off, but I just can't.
Well,
I can't believe this shit.
It all started, and he started this whole thing when he started attacking Obama. This climate that we're in started, why he even got this far started when Obama took office. Exactly. All of them started to pop out of the woodworks. And, Q called me, I was up until almost 2. And Q had called me, and we were sitting there talking on the phone. And I told him, I told him in text. I was like, yo, this is their Obama. This is rural America's Obama. And I swear to you, a few minutes later on Twitter, somebody sent me that shit. They were like, you had 8 years with Obama, this is ours.
Yeah.
And I was like, what I just said?
That's what it,
The white lash, as Van Jones called it.
Yep, Van Jones said the same thing.
Yep.
White lash.
Everyone attacks Obama. It doesn't. I mean, we expect that. It doesn't really go anywhere. Everyone hates healthcare. Everyone hates all the policies Obama's done. Fine, we're used to this. It was him talking about getting rid of illegals. The whole South Park thing, taking our job. That wasn't just a random joke that they pulled out. These motherfuckers really think that. So when they have a candidate that's just like, hey everybody, they're taking our jobs. We're kicking them all out. They're like, fuck yeah. We finally have someone that's gonna say what we believe. It wasn't attacking Obama, it was attacking immigrants. It was attacking Muslims because they believe the same shit. And yes, I'm generalizing, and I'm not saying every single Trump supporter, but a lot of them. They believe that all Muslims are terrorists. They believe that all Mexicans are coming over here and taking these jobs that these white motherfuckers aren't gonna do. They think that. So when you have a candidate that's on record saying the same shit, that's all it took, man.
That's why he said it first, because he knew that was gonna be that fire to that gasoline.
But they always say that, right? It's the way he said it. You know what I'm saying?
They don't always say that.
But their immigration is always a part of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just
Took it to a letter.
Yeah, the dog whistling, all that shit was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna say the shit in your language.
Yep, you're right.
Plain speak. So you can understand what I'm saying. And once that happened, he was like, cool.
Yeah, I just keep doing this. I'm good.
Yeah.
And his whole slogan, right? Like, let's make America great again.
It's so easy,
Bruh, it's so coded. Like I was telling my coworker the other day, I was like, man, look, Like, do you understand like the type of codes that he talking right now that Trump is really putting out there, man? Make America great again.
We want our country
When
back.
we was the greatest, when we was in our industrial revolution, all of that stuff, we was locked up with that free labor, man. Like that's when America was great. Is that where Trump is going, man? And here's the thing, like
I think he used it to get in office.
He did because he knew that's what was gonna get him to vote. He knew he was gonna be able to reach and get people that Hillary was never, ever, ever, ever gonna be able to get.
He said if he used to be a Democrat.
Yeah. Mhm.
He said if he ever
every run
ran,
for
he would
president,
do Republican because they're the
Republican,
stupidest group of people that he can manipulate. And he fucking did
and
it.
he proved it.
And the
He
thing
proved
about
it.
it is, that's what amazes me. It's not so much that Hillary lost. It's more so the fact that all of this shit that he said, he basically looked y'all in the face
I can
and
shoot
said
someone.
y'all are stupid.
I can shoot someone and they'll still vote for me.
No, fuck that.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm
just- I'm
saying
just
fuck
adding
that.
up.
No, he
No.
looked y'all in the face and he said, you are stupid.
And you're gonna vote.
And you're going to vote for me. Fuck the shooting people. That doesn't even. He said y'all are stupid. And you still fucking voted for him.
Yep.
That is mind-boggling.
He brainwashed people. He was entertaining. He was minstrelly when he needed to be, and he did everything he needed to do to get the people in the rural areas to listen to him. You look at the media and the amount of coverage they gave to him for
Those watch
the
debates
needle,
and all
to
that stuff.
move the needle, to get business for them. And then it became a reality, like you guys said, when he actually became the nominee. Then it was like, oh shit.
Trump doesn't represent me. Like he doesn't speak for me. He's unfit to me to be a leader of the quote unquote free world. Like when he's supposed to meet up with other diplomats and world leaders and stuff like that. Like I would want to be a fly in that room just to hear the type of craziness that's gonna come out of this man's mouth. Like outside looking in, I know these countries got to be like, yo, them Americans are crazy as hell out there. They
Or
crazy.
we are what they thought we were.
Or that as well. That as well. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Trump does not represent me. Hey, look, y'all, I'm cool with y'all. I don't want no problems. Y'all not dumb. Y'all not nothing. But I know when they look at us as a whole and generalize us, having him as our leader, that's a super bad look.
Yeah, it is. It's very
It's
embarrassing.
really fucking
Like a joke.
embarrassing. It is.
big joke.
This whole election was
It's a joke.
a fucking episode of like Real Housewives or something. It was a fucking reality TV show.
Yep.
And the thing is, the fucked up thing that sucks the most is we didn't take it seriously enough. And we should have.
Yes,
We didn't take him seriously enough. We didn't think he could win, so we thought it was a big fucking joke.
Yep.
I didn't think he could win. I just thought there was no way he could win. But I do agree with that along the lines of the reactions of people when they found out he won. And I'm talking about like the black media. First of all, this was a layup for Hillary and she fucked it up. I think she did.
On paper, it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
On paper, it was supposed to be, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't because
fucked this up.
We
The Democratic Party fucked
it up.
this
No.
up.
but Hillary fucked up a little bit too.
We gave the fucking thing to Trump.
No.
I walked in this conversation, I didn't want to talk about this shit. We fucking gave this shit to Trump.
I feel you, but Hillary kind of
She
fucked
fucked
up
this shit
too
up, dog.
because she did not campaign in Wisconsin and Michigan.
She couldn't.
No,
She wasn't gonna win. She had too much ammo against her already.
That too, and you know what? Donald
Those
Trump
emails.
played it. He played
Those emails.
I'll
those emails
get
that
to
week
that in a
before.
second.
Benghazi, it was
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
We fucked this up. We let her become the fucking representative of the Democratic Party.
Oh, well,
She
yeah.
never should have been there.
If you're talking about that,
Hell yeah, it should have been fucking Bernie.
But the fact-
That's why we fucked up. That's why the
So
Democratic Party fucked up.
how do you think that
He would've
if Hillary, I think Bernie would have had a better overall chance. First and
I think
foremost,
Bernie would have won.
I don't know if Bernie would have
Because I think I was hearing a lot of people on Twitter, which I think is still crazy, that were saying that they refuse to vote for Hillary if Bernie doesn't win. Remember the Bernie Bros?
Yeah.
They were talking about they're gonna vote
Yeah.
for Trump.
Yeah.
Not all of them, of course, before y'all get crazy.
Yeah, but
Some
like,
of them
yeah.
were like, I'm gonna vote for Trump. I'm not voting for Hillary.
What if
They
you
want
think
Bernie.
Hillary would have made Bernie her running mate? Do you think that would have helped?
It would have helped. It would have helped, and that may have pushed her over the top.
I think that once she became the nominee and just dealing with it from there, She fucked it up because she refused to or didn't take it serious enough to gather the people that she needed.
Right.
A base of people that she needed. I think she took a lot of people for granted. That a lot of the votes were going to be there. She decided to roll out Pusha T, Jay-Z, and LeBron and all these people,
Beyonce, yeah.
which was very insulting. Like, we're just going to vote for, somebody just because somebody else say.
Didn't it?
Did it?
Yes. That's why Bernie was not the nominee.
No, I'm
Because
talking about
black people
around
were-
election time.
But I'm saying it worked before that. She didn't even have to do that. You saying, well, she rolled out Pusha T and Jay-Z like that's gonna make us vote for her. We already fucking voted for her.
But I'm talking about during the Clinton-Trump campaign, when they came back then. Say, for instance, I didn't follow this Bernie Clinton shit that heavy.
That's the problem.
Yeah, because
That's the problem.
Mike, I didn't give a fuck about any of them motherfuckers. I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't give a fuck about
feel you, I
any of
feel
them
you.
motherfuckers.
Hey, Bernie was the best candidate, but Bernie got blackballed.
Yeah,
Like-
by the Democratic.
Yeah, like there was no way, even if he got the votes, that they was gonna let him win.
Now that's the part that I can't 100% agree with. I feel you though, but I think that part is debatable.
Here's the thing, right? When you look at Trump, like the Republicans that didn't support Trump, they got quiet. They just shut the fuck up.
Yep.
When you look at Hillary, there were anti-Hillary campaigns even from the base.
Yep.
She didn't have the full support of the Democratic Party.
Right.
On top of that, let's talk about the black media for a second. Let's talk about the black media for a second, because them motherfuckers are to be held responsible to if they didn't want Trump in, which they clearly didn't want Trump in. So, but they continue to attack Hillary and talk negative about Hillary, this super predator thing, which was a terrible thing she said at the time, but they brought that shit back up, which had an impact on people's turnout. Because we're looking at fucking Hillary like, damn, this motherfucker said that shit about us?
Yeah.
When she was shilling for her fucking husband. And she probably just read a speech that somebody gave her. Not only that, it was black leaders that also helped endorse that bill Clinton passed as well. Let's not forget that too. But we still support them motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the issue. So we're sitting here, attacking Hillary, talking about how bad she is, and trying to play the lesser of two evils card, and just thinking that, we'll just vote for, Trump regardless because, we'll just vote for Hillary because Trump is worse. But the fact is, you didn't give her the support she needed. I understand starting 2 years ago, addressing Hillary running. I understand, like, even during the primaries, talking about her issues. But once she became the president nominee, you needed to make a decision. And now when the motherfucking Trump won, y'all motherfuckers sitting with your motherfucking jaw crying about it. And first of all, don't blame black women for not getting out there. Don't blame black people for not voting, because let's understand something. Yeah, there was a 5%, I believe, less turnout of the black vote.
2012.
But let's be real about it. That 5% were probably people voted superficially because Obama was black.
Of course.
Right. So you can expect there was going to be a decrease in the black voter turnout back to probably the norms of where it was. Hillary, and this is why I say she also fucked up, she was asked repeatedly by black people to address certain things in regards to black death, this, that, and the other. And she was so afraid of alienating her other base that she always talked around it. All she really had to do was, it's something as simple as, if a police officer kills somebody, they don't get paid. I think that would have been just enough. But I also think that, look, if you don't want Trump in the office, instead of having a short-term goal and demanding stuff from Hillary now in order to kind of threaten her, think long-term. Say, hey, you know what? We'll work with you now. In 4 years, and during this 4 years, we're going to work together and you're going to start addressing some of these issues. And then if she don't in the next 4 years, fine. But instead, they wanted to play the short-term game. And now Trump is in office. And these motherfuckers are mad. And I think this is also an opportunity for us as well, because I think there's something to be said about how he got in the office and the power that we can have when it comes to voting. On the flip side of that, it also showed that you don't need the black vote to get to office. You can appeal to rural America and get into the office. So now, at this particular point in time, we have votes that we can go to either party and say, hey, what's up? What are we gonna do? We're gonna barbecue a meal, dude. And at that point, see who's gonna help address some of these issues.
She had a huge portion of the black community. And that, in my opinion, was a huge part of the problem.
But wasn't she like supporting like the whole Obama administration? That's why possibly she was using
Good
that.
for her, but you know what? She also, like he just said, she called us super predators. Granted, Bill Clinton was not on trial. Bill Clinton was not running. But look what her fucking husband did when he was in president. Yeah, you know, he supported the war on drugs. He supported a lot of shit that did a lot of damage to the black community. And we are looking at his wife and saying, oh, well, she's gotta be completely different than her husband. Matter of fact, I don't even think we were even saying that because we didn't even think about the shit that Bill Clinton did.
It did come up, though.
What came up?
All of Bill Clinton's baggage came
I
up
know,
and she
but it
carried
didn't
that shit.
hurt her.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Black people still voted for her.
Nah.
Black people still voted for Hillary Clinton. I'm telling you. I had so many people, and I'm not.
I think,
I'm so fucking pissed
or
that
they
like,
voted third party.
black people didn't vote no motherfucking third party.
There were black people.
Black people didn't vote no motherfucking third party.
I think
There was
you're
some.
overestimating
Hell
the
no.
amount of black support.
But say what?
It was some.
It was something that voted.
Not a significant number to even discuss right now. I'll tell you that motherfucking
I think it was enough to impact the outcome of the
Who
election.
were
And
black
some of
people
those.
voting for?
Jill Stein was
Black people-
one.
Oh, you talking about in this election, not the primary.
Yeah, this election.
I'm still stuck on the motherfucking primary.
Oh,
No, you can't. That's the problem. We can't just be like, oh, that is where the fuck up started. And I refuse to get past that. I'm sorry. That shit pisses me off
But
to
we
no
are
end.
past it. We're looking at the fucking election itself. And I think that at that point when she had it, once people realized that she was the fucking one,
Yeah.
all of the baggage that she had, she was constantly attacked. Relentlessly
Email. Yeah, them email.
by the Democratic Party
By the email.
and the Republican Party. And I'm gonna go to what you keep saying, B. The fucking emails.
That fucked her up.
That fucked it up. And I'm gonna say something, man.
Cause that was tarnishing her ever since she started.
11 days before the election, that shit does not happen.
Yep.
And I think that Trump stole this fucking election. I think that he did some bullshit in a more sound way. I think they learned from Bush. Think about this. Hillary, all this time, what was Trump saying? That if he doesn't win, he wasn't going to concede, but because he was supposed to win this election. He was so confident that he was going to win this election that he said that if I don't win, this shit is rigged. Here's the other thing, going back to the emails. This timeline, this shit is fucking documented. At 12:30 p.m., October 28th, Trump donated $10 million to his campaign. An hour fucking later, James Comey came out with that email scandal 11 days before the election. I don't think that shit is a fucking coincidence. I was talking to my mom about this shit.
You already
and
know
she
it's not.
and we, because I called, you know, I had to call my mom the day after the election because I'm like, shit fucked up.
Gotta call mama.
And my mom had been telling me for months, and she was adamant about it. And she was like, Trump is going to win. She never relented. That's all. My dad's about to retire, and my mom's at the age too. All these motherfuckers do is sit around. I love you, mom. Is sit around and watch the fucking news.
I love you, Mom.
She knows all of this stuff. And we were just talking. She was like, and she pointed this thing out. I was like, oh my God, you might have a point. $10 million, that money went to James Comey, and then that shit came out. That is not fucking circumstantial to me.
No, of course not.
Right, and my whole thing was the reason why I thought he, even though I was still shocked, it was a part of me like, man, this motherfucker really might win because at the end of the day, he's a businessman, and no businessman is gonna make a bad investment. Like they're gonna do everything in their power to not make bad investments. So I'm like, why is this motherfucker so confident that he could win? That was my theory.
For a minute.
That was my theory. Like,
just not to be devil's advocate or anything, but he wasn't even a good businessman.
no, I mean, come
Hasn't
on.
he lost?
But I get, yeah. But I get what
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
he's made bad investments.
What can Trump do to be a good president?
To who?
To America.
That's what I'm saying.